sometimes a change is all that it takes.
That's it. That's all it takes. Something different just to make it feel and seem and look different.
Wesley Elidor from his own 3-yard line, one of the top kick returners in the Missouri Valley Football Conference, if not the entire country, gets it out to 3rd and long. Not the position Bob Nielsen and the Oats wanted to be in here right off the bat to start this ball game. Try to get that offense on track a little bit. Pressure coming off the right side. Camp, lots of room in front of him. He's got the first down and way more into Cal Poly territory. Carson Camp inside the 10. 5, touchdown Coyotes.
And it'll go unnoticed, but right there at the end of the play, as Camp, you want to start off fast, this is how you do it. You get an opening play, 3rd down and long. Camp uses his legs to get into the end zone for the Coyotes.
And you got to remember, Carson Camp is not Chris Streveler. He's not Austin Simmons. He's a guy who can run the football and be effective, but it's not the big part of his game as it has been with some of these other Coyote quarterbacks to start this season. And there is Coleman right there on the slant. Steps out of the tackle, still going. Out across the 40-yard line. Coyotes trying to rip the football away, and he tumbles forward. Out by that Poly offense. 3rd and 11 for the 45. Jones steps up over the middle. Wide open. Jacoby Harper out of the backfield. Or excuse me, the Zedekiah centers, but he coughs up the football. And South Dakota has it. Josh Manshagaya on the fumble recovery. And this is something that has been plaguing Cal Poly early in the season. Empty the backfield now. Tice into the slot. Empty for Carson Camp on 2nd and 9 from the 21. Quick shot out to Tice. Little stutter step out across the 30. Good blocking downfield. Tice still going into Cal Poly territory all the way down to the 39-yard line. 2 longest plays of the season to date already here in this first quarter. The 75-yard touchdown run from Camp and the 40-yard pass and catch to Travis Tice, or catch and run for Travis Tice. And now pressure coming. Camp steps up again, eyes downfield, has a couple guys there. Elidor, touchdown South Dakota.
This is just another great job by Camp, evading pressure in the backfield, stepping up. He gets right to the line of scrimmage, knows exactly where he has to be, keeping his eyes downfield, and the receiver's never giving up on the play. You see Javion Phelps with these drives for the Coyotes.
And both of those on 3rd and long, Andre.
That is
Wes
true.
Elidor with a... And Eddie Ogamba on for the extra point, kicks it through, and the Coyotes lead it 14-0.
See, he goes in motion right here.
All right, Jones, good protection up front, breaks down now. Eyes are still downfield, trying to direct traffic. And a big hit there from Michael Scott. Jones has the first down out across the 35-yard line, but is slow to get up. Now into the game is Spencer Brash, a California transfer. He was the starter last year, and play number 1 does not go well as Nick Gaze into the backfield to blow it up. Jacoby Harper dropped for a loss of about 4 yards.
Yeah, slow developing here. They want to try to maybe get everybody going left and bring.
How true is that, by the way?
Not very true. Not very true.
Empty backfield here for Brash. Looking downfield, Coleman comes back to get the football. That was a thing of beauty from Chris Coleman. Guarded by Jalen Holman there, but big grab. More of a pure passing quarterback. Kind of a pocket guy as opposed to Jones, who can scramble and do a lot of things with his feet. Big fake there, and they find Coleman again. He's setting up for a big day for number 6 here today. Pretty well. There hasn't been a lot of damage done through the air against USD. Just 290 yards combined for Kansas State and Montana, but Cal Poly is attacking through the air, much like you would expect. Wide open man downfield into the end zone. Who's got it? Touchdown, Cal Poly.
This is just the receiver wanting it more than the DB. Miles Harden comes back in play, makes a play out of Harden's hands for the score.
And this ball a little bit underthrown, to be honest there, but Harden had his hands, both hands on it, and you're right, it's just a wrestling match at that point.
Tag goes to the receiver usually, so if this was going to be a touchdown.
So on to get the extra point. Jaden Olson, a perfect 6 for 6 on the season now. And Cal Poly responds. Did a lot of tradition there as well. UC Davis has been playing well. Challenged SDSU last week up in Brookings. And we get our first look. Shamari Lawrence right up the middle and almost broke the big one as he takes it right back into preventing the big play.
And I'm sure both defensive coordinators have talked all week about limiting the big play and forcing them to earn it.
Kyle's trying to set up a screen. Nicely touched in there by Camp, and Lawrence down the sideline. Nobody touches him. 46 yards for the touchdown, and the Coyotes are back on the board, but a flag rests at about the 36-yard line. So
pass interference as the pass was caught behind the line of scrimmage. First down.
So how could it be a first down? It should be a touchdown, right?
Yep. The play was a touchdown.
Oh. There you go.
Boy, there was a lot of confusion in this building right there. But as it stands, it goes as a 46-yard touchdown. And the celebration, which got paused awkwardly there for a little bit, is now back on. But you see right here.
Play. There's the shield right there that I think they thought was a block in the back, but it wasn't. And Shamari Lawrence.
Beautiful touch on the pass in there to drop it in over the defenders. And then Lawrence did the rest, although he's not going to find one a whole lot easier.
Kind of still on track for them. It's just see if they can execute.
Brash steps up in the pocket. Cuevas, nice adjustment in the air to turn around and catch that football. He's all the way out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A pickup of
in the pocket pretty comfortably since he's been in the ball game.
Wanted a quick hitter there, and it wasn't there. Now he just finds Harper out of the backfield. He's out across the 40. Should have another first down, and he does, to the 43-yard line. So there, the middle linebacker for South Dakota, playing with a broken thumb here today on his right hand. Stephen Hillis gets to the quarterback, and that will end this drive for Cal Poly. Stephen Hillis came into the day leading the Missouri Valley Football Conference with 20. Josh Mance, the guy, is out there along with Cole Stenstrom, both on the roster as number 16. And Bell, nice move on the return. Carter Bell into Cal Poly territory. Carter Bell, one man to beat, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line, but not before a huge return for the talented young man from Bettendorf, Iowa.
Good job of setting up his blocks. You can see he gets to the outside. Key block right there on the edge, which allows him to get to the sidelines, and then takes a big opportunities maybe at the next level.
It was Grind who got in there first, but
he's playing great.
But David
so far.
Meyer, the linebacker, teamed up with, and now Camp hit from behind. Ball is loose, and I think South Dakota fell on top of it, so that drive went backwards in a hurry. Interesting to see if the Coyotes bring pressure here. That was effective. Trey Thomas coming off the edge. Brash steps up, makes the throw. Zedekiah Centers makes the catch out to the 40-yard line, and another first. Lost his life in the process. Adam Garwood, his nephew,
only a week ago,
keeping his legacy alive in that number 42 jersey. And Centers again. So we've seen some good playmakers on this offense between Centers, Harper, Coleman.
They're asking a lot of those Coyote defenders to guard for more than 3 or 4 seconds.
Brash
That's what they're having to do. And
he's got Cuevas. And a big gain down inside the 25-yard line. Forced out of bounds at the 20. To just look at the defense off maybe.
Yep, exactly. Try to clear out that middle.
So 3rd and 4 from the 17-yard line. Brash swings it out, missed. Harper need a little more touch on that pass. And he whizzes it over the top of his running back's head, and so it falls incomplete. And now Missouri Valley Football Conference challenge. But 4th and 4 here for Spencer Brash and Cal Poly from the 17 of South Dakota. Over the middle, and he overshot Zedekiah Centers. Incomplete. The Coyote defense. Zach Whitty and J.J. Galbraith. Javion Phelps and Wes Ellador, the wide receivers. Quick shot out to Phelps. He's got the first down to the 35-yard line. Phelps is a guy they were really excited about throughout fall camp. A bigger-bodied guy out on the perimeter for this camp, who has yet to throw an incompletion here today. He's 4 for 4. 3rd and 6 over the middle, threads the needle, and a nice catch there made by J.J. Galbraith. right to the 50-yard line. That was a beautiful pass from Carson Camp.
And I just knew this was going to be an incompletion after you mentioned it with the whole broadcast curse thing. So great job by JJ with this catch in traffic, avoiding the big hit and able to corral the football.
Into the backfield to his left.
Man to man, I think. Yep.
Trying to set up a screen again. Finds Tice. Good play there to get a hand on him. Tice able to step through it and get positive yards down to the 4.
Been here before, and Brash has made him pay.
Hillis with a career-high 14 tackles last week at Montana. Already with 6 this afternoon, including a quarterback sack. Wide open there is Coleman, and Miles Harden got big eyes there because he had a chance to pick that football off, but he lost his footing.
He did.
And he has got loads of talent. Guy they're very excited about here in this program. The redshirting last year, Camp trying to set up a screen, finds Shamari Lawrence, trying to be chased down from behind, steps away from one tackle. He's got a first down and out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So the Coyotes getting a little go. 43-yard line of Cal Poly here. Carson Camp will give it up the middle. Shamari Lawrence, good push up front that time by the offensive line. Paves the way for Lawrence to get it all the way down to the 36. South Dakota quickly back up to the line of scrimmage, continuing to let that clock run. 2 timeouts to work with. Ball down to the 36-yard line. Camp has a man, Galbraith, inside the 15. That'll stop the clock for the first down. They'll give him the 11-yard line.
Have at least 3 seconds left to call that timeout. And get
pressure coming, and that's what you
want.
You did not want that, as Camp is sacked all the way back to the 29-yard line, other than an extra point. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Out of the hole to John Bickle, the punter. Ogama has plenty of leg. That kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it left. So USD gets nothing out of a drive that looks sure to end in the end zone there for a bit. Even sacked a couple of times, as Ogamba kicks this one deep, dribbles it down to Zion Hall, collects it inside his own 5. Great coverage downfield again, and I think that was Shaheed Barros again. 3rd and 8 here. Brash with Harper to his left. Little chip on Scott, man downfield. Harden is there, and it's intercepted. Miles Harden with his 2nd pick in as many weeks, and the Coyote defense comes up big to start the 3rd quarter.
And you know, the second time we've seen Miles Harden kind of in a trail position. Not quite sure if they were in man here, but he's able to close fast on the football and play the ball so well that he gets the interception here. The receiver has the ball out, and then they're flowing to the football.
Check that. Jacob Jones made the stop, the linebacker, not the safety. And on 3rd and long, the Coyotes just kind of concede here, give it up the middle to Shamari Lawrence, get it back out across the 40-yard line, but they will have to punt it. Game. And this year they got off to a decent start despite the scoreboard looking like it did. And that throw well behind the intended target. Jacoby Harper out of the backfield, and it falls incomplete. Cal Poly's going to have to punt again. But
the football, not allowing it to come into his pads.
Over the middle, there's Galbraith again into Cal Poly territory again. As the Coyotes get a little momentum here on this possession. 2 quick shots to J.J. Galbraith, and just like that, they're at the 37 of the Mustang.
And just that little fake to Tice. They've had their success throwing the football, but he's going to take those 2 or 3 yards just to make sure he's keeping those front 7 of the Cal Poly Mustangs honest.
Keep an eye on Galbraith here. There's nobody covering him over the middle, and Cam takes a shot from behind. Ethan Rodriguez, the defensive tackle, got a chance to tee off on the quarterback. Here, Jacoby Harper takes the direct snap. He's into the open field. Harper down the sideline, and Dennis Shorter saved the touchdown.
Comes up to the outside and gets blocked. The safety has to make this play. This is Josiah Gaines' play to make. He doesn't, and this is your result. A 1-play, huge gainer to get them out of the shadow of their own end zone and into midfield.
40 yards on the pickup for Harper, his longest run. Shadow of your own end zone to in business for Cal Poly, just like that. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Over the middle, wide open. That's Cuevas. And it takes 3 Coyotes to bring him down.
Middle of the field.
Again, Harper, they go back to the well here on the direct snap, and again, he's got a lot of running room, Andre, down inside the 30. First down, Cal Poly at the South Dakota 26. You're not going to do it if you don't take the chance to look at things. Under pressure, Brash gets out of it. Now more pressure coming, and South Dakota sends 5 guys to finally get Brash down to the turf.
Shot out.
This ball spotted at the 40. It would be a 50-yarder for Olsen, who has yet to attempt a field goal this season. And a flag, and it's way short and right, but we had whistles before.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
These rugby guys are good in this situation because they know how to put that extra English on the football.
Oh.
But this one doesn't work out for him. Doesn't get it to turn over
every time, but you don't know which 4 are coming, and they've done a great job of staying in the backfield of the Coyotes.
3rd and 4, and Lawrence is going to be just short. And he's marked actually about a yard short there as the Coyotes go right back to 3 straight carries for Shamar.
Seal the edge, and so far on the first 2 plays, he's done his job admirably. There again, he gets a chip block, which springs the running back.
Coyotes couldn't get him. And I think they're going to have a face mask tacked on to the end of this play to boot. So Zion quarter, Cal Poly has moved the football into Coyote territory again here. And they've done most of it on the ground. Giancarlo Woods, the catch on the slant, and he's got a first down. Stops the clock with 1:42 to go as Michael Scott get Harper to the ground there. 3rd and 6, Brash to the end zone. Coverage is there from Dennis Shorter. I think that was Cuevas, the intended target. It was. And we have a flag in the middle of the field. We do.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 70. That penalty is declined. The down counts. 4th down.
Coyotes wave it off, and now they'll bring Jaden Olsen out to try a field.
Opportunities to be this close, so you got to take advantage of it best you can. You got
should have been a false start on the kicker there. And he missed it anyway, but he took a full step, Andre, and nobody threw a flag.
The right wing actually was getting.
They flip the formation here. Tice to the left side along with Galbraith, the tight end. Trying to set up play action over the middle. There's Martins into the open field. Jack Martins, 10-5, touchdown South Dakota.
Great play call here. Carson Camp obviously sees something he can take advantage of. He flips the formation, both the tight end and the running back switch to the other side.
30 yards for Jack Martin's first career touchdown at South Dakota. Javion Phelps almost got in the way there.
Yeah, he did.
But Martin's able to sidestep him, and no one injected a little bit of that electricity that we felt in the first quarter, Andre, that has been gone.
Sit back in the 2D coverage. Here they're confused.
Direct snap has been solid throughout this second half, and the Coyotes really have had no answer as Harper takes it for another first down and a big gain. So Brash, good pocket around him. Throw is behind centers, but he hauls it in, and he's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. 53 yards for Zakiah Senders. And Cal Poly answers that South Dakota quick strike touchdown with one of their own.
And although there were bodies around him, Brash was clean. It's in there, waits for his guy to come open, look very comfortable, and delivers a strike. Where did he deliver it to? The middle of the field. That has been an Achilles heel for this Kernsum right there on that play.
So 53 yards on the touchdown to Zedekiah Senders.
Find little creases that really haven't been there since the first quarter.
So 3rd and 6. Coyotes slowing the pace a little bit, letting that clock run. Camp looking to throw. Over the middle, there's Galbraith again. And boy, I tell you what, if that ball gets to his hands, Andre, it's probably not going to hit the turf.
Yeah, he's done an awesome job of using those hands. He must
down for Camp. Keep an eye on J.J. Galbraith. He's been a safety for Camp today. Instead, he finds Elidor, who ducks out of a tackle into Cal Poly territory. Wes Elidor all the way down to the Mustangs' 36-yard line. Cal Poly has 2 timeouts. USD has all 3 to work with. Camp on the zone read, keeps it himself. Steps out of a tackle and then goes down kind of awkwardly there. But he was trying to cut back upfield and take it up the sideline a little bit further. There's Tice. There's a hole. Travis Tice, 5, touchdown, South Dakota. 18 yards for Travis Tice. That's how you get it cooking.
And that's what happens usually with Tice or with a lot of these Coyote running backs. They'll get to the right, they smash everything down. Great job of setting the edge there by Galbraith. And then Tice just outruns the linebacker to the end zone.
After the day he's had and the frustrations he's had in trying to get things going in the right direction, that had to feel good for Travis Tice. 19 yards officially on the touchdown run. For one team in the country in North Dakota State.
Agreed. And so far, at least on that first play, it looked like that's kind of what the Yotes were doing. They were playing to not lose. See, they're giving up a lot of space to these wide receivers, and they are going to get chunk yardage. If
look at it right here. Tracking toward that near sideline. Brash, foot is down, but coming up.
The receiver possessed the ball and had his left foot down inbounds. It's a completed catch. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. The clock will start on the ready for play.
I mean, kids out there, that's why you never give up on a play if you're a wide receiver.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Or anybody out there for that matter. Good protection up front for Brash. Now he escapes the pocket, still keeps those eyes looking toward the end zone. JoJo Gaius is
that
there.
Might be
and it's caught in the end zone by Chris Coleman. Touchdown, Cal Poly.
Right foot was down from this angle when the catch was made, and there you go. That literally took
before to see on replay. This will be even tougher because of where the cameras are located. Coleman catch, foot is down.
Touchdown.
Does he hang on to the football? He transfers it there.
Guys up front on Brash, he's able to sit back there. He starts to scramble his and get back to Galbraith to kind of disrupt things.
Oh, Tice breaks free into the secondary. Travis Tice inside the 20, still going all the way down inside the 10-yard line. What a time to get going.
Right side. This time he kind of goes up the middle, but then gets to the right side, finds a crease, and is off to the races. Could have had a little face mask there.
And you see those numbers. I mean, it has not been that great of a day in terms of success for Travis Tice. But up to 21 carries and 95 yards, approaching 100 on the day, and he's had to work for it. So jumbo set up front as Kyle just trying to play some power football here. Cal Poly trying to rip it away, and Tice hanging on with all he's got there. Got a yard down to the 4. Shotgun for Camp. Tice to his right. Rickert and Mekhi Lovett in there at wide receiver, and Tice is going to get down to right back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain, that 22 yards for Ogamba, the transfer out of Iowa State, and it would be a big one. Clock continues to tick. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. So the lead up to 17 for South Dakota. So now still
certain types of pressure that would make him get rid of the ball quickly, which isn't something that he necessarily wants to do.
Brash, Braylon Allen, who had that big catch that was initially ruled incomplete, then overturned on review. That's with the clock continuing to move. Quick throw, Giancarlo Woods stood up by Harden, dropped at the 43-yard line. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. To first, they've got the bye coming up next week as Garwood takes it up the middle. But Sac State to open at home on October 1st. South Dakota opens Valley Plate meanwhile next week against North Dakota State here at home, the #1 team in the country, defending national champion. Then the bye, then South Dakota State on the road in Brookings. But more importantly for the Coyotes today, they get their first win of the season. Started fast, finished fast, Andre, as they win this game 38-21.
And you got Coach Nielsen calling plays offensively. They get off the schneid. Not only do they put up a ton of points, but a lot of efficiency. Carson Camp with only 2 incompletions the whole game.